Yeah, look, just make sure nobody else gets injured, will you please? All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Chaz, when you're ready, mate. Well, thank you, everybody. Welcome. It's a big announcement today, obviously, with the announcement of the Asian Cup squad. Now, as you will all be aware at this point, Matthew Leckie misses out with injury. But as the saying goes, there's no point crying over a busted Achilles tendon. So we'll just have to get on without him as best we can. Now, do you have any questions for me? Yeah. Yeah, Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist. Now, mate, you've picked 35-year-old Rudovicka, despite saying you was building towards the next World Cup. Yeah, look, I mean, this is very much a swan song for Nikita. As I've said all along, the Asian Cup, this tournament comes first, and Nikita is here to help us in the short term. Yeah, look, mate, now you've picked uncapped Piscopo, who plays for a bloody Kiwi club, ahead of Daniel Azani. I have. Yeah, no, I have. Look, I don't know what's happened to Azani and when he got so crap, but I just can't pick him right now. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the Socceroos, and today we will get the Asian Cup underway against Iraq. We also have a warm-up friendly against South Korea, and behind me you can see the team that we have picked to go to this Asian Cup. Now there's a couple of changes. The first one was injury enforced. And we can see it here. Matthew Leckie had damaged his Achilles tendon, so he's out for, I think it was 4 or 5 months. Didn't really matter because he wasn't going to be back for the squad anyway. And the other injury was not injury enforced. It was just not injury. The other change was not injury enforced. Where's my squad gone? It was just a case of me preferring a player. So the two players who have come in, we've got an uncapped Reno Piscopo. Now he's in to replace Leckie. Now he's predominantly a left-sided winger, though he's right-footed, so he'll play sort of as the inverted winger. Technically and physically, he's quite decent. Mentally, there's not much there, so to speak, but he's uncapped. He plays at the Wellington Phoenix in New Zealand, so he plays in the A-League, but for the Wellington Phoenix, and hopefully he'll do a good job for us. You can, well, as you could imagine, with the name, he has Italian heritage, so that's where he's played a lot of his game time, and hopefully, like I say, he'll do a decent job for us out there on the left or even the right if that's where we choose to play him. And the other change that we made is we got rid of Tommy Juric just because I just don't rate him, and that's just a personal thing. He's 35 years old, is Nikita, but what I do like about him is that he scores goals. He's got good determination, he's got decent finishing, but he can also play as a deep-lying playmaker, perhaps a little bit more. The main reason that I called him up as well ahead of Tommy Juric is that he's left-footed. Now, we don't really have many left-footed players. Now, he can play as a left winger. Is he good at it? Not necessarily, but he's not the worst. So if we want to have a left footer out there, then he would be an option. And we didn't have that option. So that is, as effectively, that's the reason that I've picked him over Tommy Juric. He doesn't have the physical side that Tommy Juric has. But overall, you can see if we go and have a look at his career here, he's been playing in Israel, and he's been scoring goals, so let's hope that that continues. He's not been a prolific goal scorer throughout his career. He only has, despite having 20-odd Socceroo caps, he only has the one goal. So hopefully he'll add to that if he's called upon. I just saw he had staff attributes. He will not be joining the backroom staff. But anyway, so that is that. Now, there's one other thing to catch you up on before we get to this game against South Korea, the warm-up game, and that is we have our first World Cup qualifying group. Now, this is several stages where this is, I think, what looks like we have to top the group to get through. We should have zero problems with this. The banana skin, potentially Bahrain and Kuwait, but I'm going to use this very much as they're getting young players in. So we'll be giving a lot of debuts and sort of building a squad. I'm almost tempted to say anybody that's over the age of 30 and isn't an automatic first choice, we might just bin them off for this first part of qualifying and see if we can build a younger team that can take us to and into the World Cup, towards and into the World Cup. So that is that. Yeah, let me know if you want to see all of these. My process is that yes, because otherwise the series is just going to be ridiculously short if we just basically skip through and get back for the World Cup. So that's my thought process. We do have a friendly there, you can see, against Paraguay as well, which will be a good test for us post-Asian Cup. And once this Asian Cup is gone, assuming that we don't get sacked because we haven't done well enough, we can really then start and turn our focus towards qualifying for the World Cup. But we have a friendly against South Korea first up here. This will be a good test for us. They are a good team, and this is the side we're sending out. Matty Ryan goes in goal. Brad Smith, is Suter, Harry Suter. Yes, it is his brother. I don't know why one's English and one's Scottish, sorry, one's Australian. They just are. Sainsbury and Karasic will be the back four. Devlin as the ball winner in there with Moy and Rogic in front of them. Mobile and Economides with Juric up front. We're going to try him as a pressing forward. Yeah, just try and put a little bit of pressure on. There's not too much, there's not too much else to his game, that's harsh, but he's not really a complete forward because he doesn't have the passing and the vision really to be a complete forward. So rather than just have him up there as an advanced forward, we'll make him run around a bit. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. South Korea have some good players, don't they? Heung-min Son, obviously, is the star amongst them. Oh, Sasinya, that famous South Korean name. So, what do we say to this? Pressure's all on them. What have we got to lose? Got there, cause an upset. Yeah, we can get on board with that. Pump our fist, make a difference. And, yeah, I mean, this is a massive test for us. So, you know, if we can get even a draw from this, I mean, we are, of course, away to South Korea. It's not like it's a neutral venue. Then that'll be very, very nice indeed. You can see the way they're setting up there. That was as expected, though you don't always get the best scouting reports and whatnot coming into these ones, into international games, I find. I feel like it is something that Football Manager is really, I don't want to say skimmed over, but there's very limited options. There's a good ball for Economides. Now, he's, of course, a right-footed player. He checks back. He goes back to Smith, back to Economides, down for Juric. He's got Rogic in a little bit of space. He finds Tommy Rogic, and Tommy Rogic rolls it into the back of the net, and we've taken a lead in the 15th minute. Wonderful, wonderful football. And, well, it all comes back to that ball to find Economides, doesn't it? He got in behind Brad Smith, back to Economides, who flicked it down nicely. Juric, who said he can't be a complete forward. Look at that hold-up play. Finds Tommy Rogic, and he puts it in the back of the net. Wonderful stuff, and it is 1-0. Let's give them some praise. One thing I would like to do is I want to give Rudovicka some game time. Heuristic needs some match fitness, and I would like to also get Piscopo on just to get his debut out of the way before the tournament. So those will sort of be 3 subs. Being a friendly, I'm assuming we can make more, but we just want to make sure. I mean, this is essentially preparation for the tournament, so I just want to make sure that everybody has got the match sharpness they need. Another player that needs match sharpness actually is Bailey Wright. Here's Mobile getting forward, chips it in. It's down. Moy. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a handball. I don't really know what happened there. Economides is going to take it. No idea if he can take a penalty. We're about to find out. And it's 2-0 away to South Korea. And this is absolutely huge. I did not see this coming. I would have been very, very happy to get out of here with a draw. And that still may be the case, but we are certainly putting on a nice show so far. And, well, now we've got defending to do, and that didn't look great, did it? Now, of course, there's no training in international football, which, again, you kind of should be able to have, so we can't actually work on defending or attacking set pieces. Mobile to Tommy Rogic. Sainsbury's pulling into a decent area there, but he's a centre-back and he's right-footed, so probably best not pass to him. He's got it anyway. Karasic, forward for Devlin. Rogic is there. Rogic with a ball forward. It's a bit of a nothing pass, so assuming he's looking for Economides or Juric, but it was poor. And at this point, I'm kind of just thinking if we can get into half-time at 2-0, that would be very nice. Thank you very much. Sainsbury knocks it down. Rogic to Moy. Moy gets it forward for Mobile. He's quick. Can he get the cross in? He's got 2 with him. Oh, it's not the best, is it? And what is becoming the world's longest highlight. Sainsbury, don't get yourself sent off, mate. I don't know if a booking would actually... Oh, Moy reads that like a book. Straight forward to Juric. Oh, we're 3-0 up. Denny Juric with his first goal of the series for us. I think he has scored before. And it is 3. We are destroying the South Koreans, and all this is doing is building expectation. And setting us up for a massive fall when we get to the point. It's a poor pass that Moy cut out beautifully. And Juric, he just had to... well, he had a lot of work to do there, actually. It was a nice ball from Moy, who just had to put it into Juric's path even. But, well, this is absolute dreamland 4 shots on target, 3 in the back of the net, and well, now maybe we don't want to attack anymore. But like I say, this is just about preparation. It's not really about the result, but we'll take the result. And there's a good ball forward, and there's another goal back, or a goal back, I should say. Let's just give them a focus, and that's not really what we needed, is it? So it's 3-1 coming in towards half-time. And that's really the first we've seen of them, isn't it, as an attacking threat. Karasic didn't really go with his man. Sainsbury didn't really pick him up. And we paid the price. It was not offside because it wasn't given. I'm assuming there's a VAR or something. Oh, we've got another highlight. Moyo over a free kick to Mobile. Oh, this is unbelievable. Our Mobile gets himself a goal, and it's 4-1. Well, neither team's defence is looking particularly good here, which is maybe a worry coming into the tournament. But this South Korean side look an absolute shambles. Or are we just that good? It can't be that. And again, it doesn't matter. It wasn't given as offside, so it doesn't really matter. But 4-1 at half-time, nobody had that on the betting slip. Well, we've got to say, don't let complacency slip in. And, well, I was planning on making changes anyway, but, well, it's an absolute no-brainer to do it now, isn't it? All right, so we've got some people that can put their feet up and get ready to face Iraq in our first game. Piscopo, what a dream scenario to come on and make your debut this is. Heuristic needed some game time, so you can come on for Tommy Rogic. And Bailey Wright needs some match sharpness, so well, let's get you on in place of the booked Sainsbury. I don't think we'll be having... I wonder if we could actually use you as a halfback. If we've got 2 non-playing, ball-playing centre-backs, maybe drop a midfielder back in between them. And we'll leave it at that for now. Yeah. I wonder if we give the backup goalkeeper some game time as well. And yeah, I mean, we can look at it. No matter what happens in this second half, now we've made some changes. When our first team was out there, 4-1. An absolute demolition of the South Koreans. And hopefully, you know, these guys can come on now and get the job done. But there's a few players here, obviously, that weren't playing for their clubs. Piscopo on debut. Can he get a cross in now? He goes back to Rudovicka. Oh, he gets himself only a second career goal internationally. And it is now 5-1. And this is just unbelievable. And the 2 new boys that we called into the squad, Rudovicka to Piscopo, Piscopo to Rudovicka, and it's 5-1. And that, again, absolute shambles, this South Korean defence. You know what's going to happen, don't you? We're going to play him in the semi-final or something. He can get absolutely smashed. We're showing our hands here, aren't we? Headed down. Again, it's not the greatest defending, and that is bent high, wide, and handsome. A few bookings in the back line here, which I don't love. So let's get, as is, Bajic on, and I was going to bring Strain on, but we'll leave Kovacic out there. Piscopo's picked up a knock. Hopefully that's just a bruise and something that's not going to get worse. I don't want to... He's only just come on the field as well. I don't really want to take him off. I did kind of mention it in the press conference. I looked at Daniel Azani because he's supposed to be, you know, this golden boy of Australian football, and he came... Was it the last World Cup? Must have been the last World Cup. And he was supposed to be this big thing. Manchester City signing. Piscopo's in here. Can he get a debut? Goal! Oh, he's at the post. Azani's terrible. He's absolutely terrible. I mean, he's not terrible, but he's not up to the standard of the players that we've got in the squad for now. And to be honest, there's even Jacob... Is it Jacob Italiano, I think, that is playing in Germany somewhere? I'd say even he's ahead of Azani, and maybe even someone like Borriello as well. So there is a very decent chance that we could go through this series and not see Daniel Azani once. Well, we will see him once. I'm sure I'll pick him. But yeah, he is not good in this version of Football Manager. And there is a goal back again. Suter and Wright are sort of waving their arms at each other. What exactly has happened? It's 5-2. It's an absolute goal fest. And Devlin's the one, isn't he? I think he's the one that's out of position, that's left the little pocket of space there. And nobody else could kind of cover for him. We'll give him some praise. It's still, I mean, it's still a really good performance from us, even if it's 5-2. I mean, to be honest, even 5-3, I genuinely thought we would lose this game. So, which of course we still might do, but it's the reserves now, so I have an excuse. That'll just be my defense in the post-game press conference, won't it? Yeah, we were smashing them. We made some changes, and didn't quite work out for us. As is Bajic picks it up. I'd meant to see what the Piscopo injury is. He's quite badly. Oh, I've used up all my subs. Well, hopefully, it's not too bad. And also, hopefully, if if it is bad, we can call in a replacement. Oh, that's really annoying. I just wasn't paying attention. I wasn't thinking about it. Header away. Mobile will pick that up. And let's see what he can do. Will he have a run at the defense? He goes back in there for big Harry Suter. Bezic. Devlin. Huistic. It's Rutkavicka. Can he get more goals this game than he's had in his entire career? 1 goal internationally before this one. Now he has 3. And we look like we can score at will. We haven't been the best defensively, but to be honest, it's not like they've been ripping us to pieces. They've had a couple of chances and they scored them both, but that's just South Korean defense is an embarrassment. Rudovicka completely alone in front of goal, and we're just doing what we need to right now, just to find the man in space. Bajic to Piscopo. Back to Bajic. Suter to Devlin. Huruskic to Rudovicka on a hat-trick now, of course. He gets it wide for Piscopo. Can he pull it back? Can he find Rudovicka for that hat-trick? He has a look at him. Oh, he's got him, and Rudovicka does have a hat-trick. What a selection by the manager that is looking to be. It's 7-2. South Korea is arguably, if not the best, then certainly one of the top 3 teams in Asia. And we've come into Seoul. And there's some sort of pun there about Seoul. But anyway, we've absolutely destroyed them. This is just the sort of thing that dreams are made of. And what a preparation to the tournament that is. 7-2 we have beaten South Korea. We're going to face North Korea in the group stage. And, well, they're going to be scared of us after that. Shockwaves around Asia. Australia win comfortably. Piscopo, it's just 2 days. That's lucky, isn't it? Rudovicka with a hat-trick. And I just can't believe exactly what has happened there. I won't hold a team meeting. Let's just enjoy it for the time being. And guys, I will be right back. We will get the Asian Cup underway. The opening group game against Iraq. Okay, welcome back. Now, there has been a lot of trying to sort of dampen our expectations ahead of this one, trying to get rid of complacency after destroying South Korea. So let's hope that has worked. It is Iraq first up. Let's have a look at what we're doing with them. I mean, there's not too many changes to be had. So it's Ryan in goal, Smith, Suter, Sainsbury and Karasic, Devlin, Rogic and Moy in midfield, and Bill and Economides. I went with Juric up front despite the fact that we saw what Rudovicka did. I think Juric is still our first choice man, so we're going to go with him. But obviously, if Rudovicka can come off the bench again, maybe he can destroy him again. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. There's not too many household names in that Iraqi side. A couple I recognize from previous tournaments. I don't think we want to say that. Let's stick to the game plan. We'll be fine. I am actually quite scared of complacency. I really wish I had said don't get complacent after that South Korean game. But anyway, here we are, and hopefully we're going to get the tournament off to a good start. I have a hard time believing we would sell out a game between these two countries in China, but you never know. Maybe that would. And a kickoff highlight. What we don't want to do ideally is fall behind here. But yeah, suddenly, I mean, Iraq, in real life anyway, they're such a dangerous team. They have the potential, I think, to just about beat anybody, and they have taken a first-minute lead. Let's berate them, I think. And I did say stick to the game plan. I'm pretty sure in the game plan it didn't have fall behind after 30 seconds. And, I mean, everybody's put pressure on. Nobody's gone with the run-up. And, yeah, that's not exactly what we wanted. All right, we've got a corner. Moy to take. Can we get ourselves back level nice and quickly? Sutar to Rogic at the other post, and it is 1-1 very, very quickly. That's exactly what we needed to do. And we weren't behind for long, were we? About 5 minutes, not even. Harry Sutar at the back post. There's not many that'll beat him in the air. And Tommy Rogic at the near post. Couldn't miss. Absolutely wonderful stuff. And we did need that, I think. The other game, we have the early kickoff of the group, so we won't know the other game's result. North Korea, of course, and Uzbekistan, as a reminder, the other two teams in the group. Uzbekistan will be tricky. North Korea, we should be able to beat, I would have thought. Oh, it's again a header at the back post. I'm not sure if it was Sutar again or not. But still, we are at 1-1. A draw here wouldn't be catastrophic by any means. It would just put a lot more pressure on obviously the other two games, but 7 points is obviously going to be enough to get through the group if we were to win the other two games. What we ideally don't want to do is lose this one, because any tournament you just don't want to lose that first group game, because then the pressure really is on. So it's 1-1 at half time. We'll point the finger. We'll say don't lose faith. I think I can get on board with that. It'd be nice if the player, with some players just starting to listen to me now, which is good. So we'll go with that. Mobile's not having a great game, neither is, well, none of the front three are. I wonder, maybe we want to raise this tempo up a little bit, be expressive, and see if we can break them down that way. I'm tempted to exploit the flanks, given we don't want to fall behind in the first minute of the second half as well. No, big Harry Sutar's there. Now, Mobile is quick, as we know. Economides is getting forward. We've got Rogic through the middle as well. Can Mobile get a ball into the box? He's beaten one. This is a big chance now. Mobile, can he pull it back? Rogic is unmarked. He's got himself. Well, having run so far, you possibly can't blame him, but you wonder if there was better options available to him there. Is it Rudovička time up front in place of Juric, I wonder? There's a ball forward. Mobile has gone with his man, which is good to see. Now, can he stop the cross coming in? No, he can't. Ball in. Raddy Ryan has come a long way. He's got absolutely nowhere near it. And we are behind again. All right, so it is Rudovička time. On you come, mate. Mobile, I think we've seen enough of you, mate. So what we're going to have to do here is bring Piscopo on, and then we'll have to switch them around, and we don't get to see a highlight, a replay, or I wasn't paying attention anyway. So let's berate them again. And I think we do now look to exploit. Let's go to pass ball into space, and I wonder if we actually want to drop that line back a little bit deeper. Smith is not playing well and on a booking. This will be our final sub, which is a little bit concerning, but as is Bajic, can come on for him. Let's give them some encouragement, and you wouldn't believe it, would you? Having absolutely destroyed South Korea, we're looking down the barrel of a defeat in the opening game of the group stage. Let's get stuck in. Oh, don't do it to me. Well, that has not gone to plan. We've absolutely played them off the park, more or less. And, well, that's not good. And we can see the other game there has finished in a draw, which lets us off the hook a little bit, perhaps. But in a tournament where the FA's expectation is to make the final, losing the first group game is not... It's not what was needed at all, is it? So our first loss as the Aussieroos, as the Socceroos manager. You just can't believe that's happened, having beaten South Korea. Wow. All right, well, I mean, Matt Ryan played terribly. Brad Smith played terribly. We've just got to win our next two games, and that should still be enough. Well, of course, those two have drawn. It will be enough. I'm hoping it means that they're both poor sides rather than North Korea's maybe better than expected. But anyway, that will do it for today. And, well, I'll see you next time. If you've enjoyed it, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, all that kind of stuff. And, well, I'll see you next time for North Korea and Uzbekistan. And we have to get out of the group at a minimum, don't we? Jesus.